A pizza oven takes any backyard experience to the next level, but which one is the right one for you? It's time to put them to the test. We gathered 7 different 16-inch pizza ovens that are currently offered in the United States to test which one is the best for you. We assembled them all in the outdoor kitchen and ran tests like how long it takes to get the stone floor to 750 degrees, how wide is the opening on the front, how big of a pizza can you get in this oven, how easy are they to work with, and so much more. So let's go over the ground rules of our testing. This video is not a sponsored video from any of the pizza oven brands that we're testing today. We do have a sponsor for the video, and I'll tell you more about ZBiotics in a little bit, but none of the pizza oven brands paid to be a part of this video, other than providing a sample for us to use in this testing. Now, our goal is to give you impartial data that you can use to decide which unit would work best for you, so let's get to it by walking you through the contenders. First up, we have the Camp Chef Italia Artisan Pizza Oven that retails for $399. The Halo Versa is next with a retail price of $549. The Unicoda 16 comes in at $599 retail, followed by the Crew Model 32 at a price of $775. The Blackstone Pizza Oven with cart is priced at $797, and the Unicaru 16 comes in at $799. The Alpha Moderno Portable rounds out our testing group, coming in at $1,299. Now, for all of our sample units, we assembled each one. From box to ready to light, they're not as difficult as building a pellet grill, but the Blackstone with the cart took the longest at about 90 minutes. The easiest assembly was the Alpha Moderno Portable, since it was just screwing on the feet, pressing on the control knob, and peeling the poly film off of the stainless steel. Now, the Crew 32, being made of all stainless steel, meant that there was lots of poly film to peel off, and Addison took care of that for us. The Camp Chef Artisan had a sticker on the top of the unit where the adhesive was a bear to get off. Not sure why, but it took us a good 20 minutes to get that residue off before we could light it up. Overall, if you've ever built a grill, assembling a pizza oven is a breeze in comparison. Now, the quality of the build is something that we want to evaluate, since not all pizza ovens are created equal. We measured the stone thickness of each using our digital caliper, since we know that thicker stone means more retained heat for crispy crust. Now, here's a look at the Camp Chef, Crew, Halo, and Blackstone thickness. And here's the Caru 16, Coda 16, and the Moderno Portable. The Alpha has the thickest stone of the bunch, and this played a factor in our testing that we'll show you in just a few minutes. Now, each oven handles exhaust differently as well, with the Halo, Coda 16, Camp Chef Artisan, and the Blackstone letting the heat and smoke exit through the front of the oven. The Caru 16, Alpha Moderno Portable, and Crew 32 have a stack that funnels the exhaust upwards and away from the door. Now, each of the units in our test can be used as a countertop oven, but the Blackstone comes standard with a rolling cart. There are 2 ovens in this testing group that have skids instead of feet or legs. The Crew 32 has a skid in front and back without any rubber, so it does slide around on the counter pretty easily if you want it to. Now, we didn't have any sliding around making pizzas, but it's worth noting. The Halo Versa is the other unit on skids, and these run front to back and do have a rubberized foot of sorts to keep it in place. It's much harder to slide the Halo unit around on the counter. Now, the Caru and the Coda both have rubber-bottomed folding legs to make them more portable, yet still secure. The Alpha has 4 screw-in feet with rubber on the bottom to keep it in place, and the Camp Chef has rubberized feet which keeps it secure on our outdoor kitchen counter. The Blackstone has thick plastic feet that can be used on the countertop when it's not in the cart stand, but there's not rubberized coating on the bottom to keep it from sliding around. Insulation is a factor that's important in retaining heat in these ovens, and the Blackstone has a double-walled top lid to start things off. I can't tell if there's anything between the double walls in the way of insulation, but I can tell you that it's double-walled, and when I knock on the lid, it sounds hollow. The Halo Versa is double-walled as well and does not appear to have any insulation since it has a couple of holes in the interior of the lid that we can see into, and it sounds hollow when we knock on it. The Camp Chef Italia Artisan Oven is also double-walled. Now, the Alpha Moderno Portable has ceramic fiber insulation all around the cooking chamber to keep heat in, and once the oven was hot, it stayed hot. The Crew 32 is double-walled and insulated with ceramic fiber as well, with stainless steel making up both the inside and the outside of the oven dome. The Unicoda 16 is double-walled with carbon steel walls and an inch of mineral fiber insulation. The Unicaru 16 follows in the footsteps of the Coda by being double-walled and insulated with an inch of mineral fiber insulation as well. Now in our tests today, we have both wood-fired and propane ovens. The Crew 32 oven is a wood-only oven. No gas option for this beauty, just the crackling of real wood to fire it up. The Unicaru 16 can be either a wood-fired or a gas-fired oven with the optional propane burner that can be purchased. Now in our tests, we tried this oven both wood-fired and gas-fired, and we'll discuss the differences throughout this head-to-head. The Coda 16, Karu 16, and the Halo Versa 16 have a natural gas burner option for those wanting to ditch the propane tank. Now these pizza ovens are called 16-inch pizza ovens, but how large of a pizza is reasonable to cook in each one? Depending on the placement of the burner and where the pizza sits, you might be able to fit a 16-inch pizza, but is it practical? Let's start with the Camp Chef Italia Artisan. The door width is 22¼ inches with a stone width of 20 inches, but the depth on the stone is just a shade over 13 inches. So you can do a 16-inch wide pizza on the Artisan, but you're limited to 13 inches in depth, so you'll be making a 16-inch oval. For those who are gifted in making their pizza shaped like a state, might I recommend Tennessee? The Crew 32 has a 20-inch deep stone, which leaves some room for the wood fire in the back of the oven, and the width of the stone is 15½ inches for a maximum pizza width just a shade under 16 inches. Now a 15-inch pizza leaves just a 1/4 inch on each side of the dough once it's launched, so turning the pizza can be a challenge at that size. A 14-inch pizza is quite manageable on the stone, but the round door of the Crew 32 is 14½ inches at its widest point and just 12½ inches at the bottom. You can use a 14-inch pizza peel to launch a pizza as long as you launch through the middle of the front door. Now to be on the safe side, a 12-inch peel is probably your best bet when working with the Crew 32. Now the Halo Versa 16 has an 18-inch wide opening in the front with a 16-inch round pizza stone. A 16-inch pizza will fit in this oven as long as you launch it perfectly centered on the rotating stone. The Blackstone pizza oven has a 17½ inch opening in the front and a 16-inch rotating pizza stone just like the Halo Versa 16. So anything larger than a 16-inch pizza is a no-go on this unit, but anything up to a 16-inch pizza will work just fine as long as your pizza launching skills are up to the challenge. Now the Alpha Moderno Portable has an opening of a little over 14 inches with a stone floor that measures 15¾ inches in depth and 7¾ inches for each of the two stones width for a total of 15½ inches of width internally. Now the Unicoda 16 has a 21-inch wide opening at the front of the unit, but the stainless steel side guard rails for the burners leave 17 inches of actual cooking width. From the back guardrail to the opening of the oven is 17 inches as well, so a 16-inch pizza is certainly achievable in this oven. Now you'll have a part of the crust very close to the flame on both the back and the left side, so you'll need to keep an eye on it, but it's possible. The Unicaru 16 has a stone depth of 17 inches and a width of just under 17 inches, which means that a 16-inch pizza is also able to be made in the Karu 16. We all have busy lives these days and can't afford to waste a day stuck on the couch because of a few drinks the night before. ZBiotics is the answer we've all been looking for. ZBiotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. ZBiotics produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. It's designed to work like your liver, but in your gut where you need it most. Just remember to drink ZBiotics before drinking alcohol, drink responsibly, and get a good night's sleep to feel your best tomorrow. 4th of July weekend is quickly approaching and is bound to have some sparklers, great barbecue, and adult beverages. To avoid a rude awakening, make sure to order ZBiotics in time. Go to zbiotics.com/thebarbecuelab or scan the QR code on the screen right now to get 15% off your first order when you use The Barbecue Lab at checkout. You can also sign up for a subscription using my code so you can stay prepared no matter the time or occasion. ZBiotics is backed with a 100% money-back guarantee, so if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember to head to zbiotics.com/thebarbecuelab and use the code thebarbecuelab at checkout for 15% off. Thank you, ZBiotics, for sponsoring this video. One of the big debates around pizza ovens is how long each one takes to get up to temperature. Now, we took our ThermalWorks big and loud timer, started each oven, and timed how long it took until we could read 750 degrees on the stone with our infrared thermometer. The Unicoda 16 read in the 750 degree range at the 20-minute mark, which is impressive for a unit that doesn't have a front door. The Unicaru 16 found 750 degrees on the floor with the propane burner installed at the 20-minute mark as well, but it's important to note that the gas version of the Karu has a different door than the wood version, so there's a half glass window with an open section at the bottom. We measured in the 800 degree range by the door, and the stone got significantly cooler the further back that we measured at the 20-minute mark in our tests. Now, we ran the same test using wood and the original door setup, and at the 20-minute mark, we were reading temperatures in the 800 to 850 degree range on the floor. The Halo Versa 16 reached an internal stone temperature in the 750 degree range in about 23 minutes during our tests, again with an open front, not bad at all. The Camp Chef Italia Artisan Oven reached 750 degree stone temperature at the 30-minute mark in our tests. Now, we kept the door on for the Italia, and that seemed to help get the stone up to 750, when without the door, we struggled to reach that high of a temp on the stone. The Crew 32 oven is a wood-fired oven, and we built a log cabin to start the fire. At the 10.5-minute mark, we were reading in the 800 degree range on the stone floor. Building the fire directly on the stone floor where you're going to launch the pizza truly does help get the stone temperature up, much higher in our testing. The Alpha Moderno Portable found 750 degrees on the stone floor at the 40-minute mark, and we left the door on during our test. We found that the thicker stone floor of the Moderno took longer to get to temperature, but it stayed hot between pizzas without much noticeable loss between pies. The Blackstone Pizza Oven reached a stone temperature of 750 degrees in 9 minutes and 40 seconds without the assistance of the door. There's a warning on the door that states that the door should not be used when the oven is in use, but the burner on this oven is insane. When you turn it up to high, it resembles a rocket engine and it heats things up in a hurry. Now, I've used a lot of pizza ovens in my testing here at the Barbecue Lab, and one of the things that I wanted to know was how quickly I could cook a basic cheese pizza on each of these ovens. We ran multiple tests. Some we burned the toppings, others we burned the crust, but in the end we got some really great cheese pizzas off of each oven. The Crew 32 is up first, and since we're working with a wood fire, there are lots of variables to consider. How much wood was in the oven? How much of that wood was lit? What's the proximity of the wood to the pizza? And just so much more. With the fire built like you're seeing here on the screen, I was able to get a really respectable pizza in 2 minutes and 2 seconds. The Halo Versa 16 took a little getting used to when it came to the stone temperature and the rear burner for me. I burned quite a few pizza bottoms before I figured out the best stone temperature to launch a pie. Now, my best pizza finished in 2 minutes and 1 second, and I found that launching when the stone was about 600 degrees was the sweet spot for me. With a 2-minute cook time, the crust got done on the bottom and the toppings and the sides of the pizza got a lovely golden brown. The Blackstone pizza oven produced a fantastic looking pizza in just 1 minute and 41 seconds. The auto-rotating stone made easy work of things, and the burner that runs like a rocket engine browned the toppings and kept the stone hot with a quick recovery time. Very happy with the end result of the Blackstone pizza. The Alfa Maderno Portable produced my favorite cheese pizzas of the test. The browning on the crust and the bottom of the pizza was just what I wanted it to be, and I was able to get a finished pizza in just 93 seconds. Just barely over a minute and a half for the Alfa Maderno in our testing. The Camp Chef Italia was the long cook in our test group. Since this oven doesn't have any flame that arcs over the pizza and is only aimed at the bottom of the stone, we got a basic cheese pizza to cook in 3 minutes and 7 seconds. But we had some challenges. At 3 minutes, the crust of the pizza in the back was more done than it was in the front, so it says that we need to rotate the pizza mid-cook. Now that's fine, except for the fact that we needed to keep the door on as much as possible during the cook, since it generates less heat over the pizza than some of the other units. At the 3-minute mark, we had more blackening on the bottom than I'd like to see, and crust on the side that was more blonde than I'd prefer. My experience is that while you can do a pizza in a little over 3 minutes, you're better off planning on 4 to 5 minute pizzas and taking things slower with the Italia. The Unicaru 16 is up next, and we tested this oven set up for propane and wood. The wood test got us a respectable cheese pizza in 1 minute and 45 seconds, but I'm sure you could push it faster with a larger fire. With a larger fire comes more urgency to pay incredibly close attention, so I'm comfortable with 1:45 when it's set up for wood. The gas burner can be set from high to low, and when it's set to high, the flames arc all the way over the pizza top. I found that setting the dial to about 75% gave us the best performance, and at that setting we had finished cheese pizzas in 1 minute and 53 seconds. The Unicoda 16 with the L-shaped burner cooked our cheese pizza in 1 minute and 40 seconds. I found that having the oven cranked up to high to preheat and then pulling it back to about half when we launched the pizza was the best result for us. And 1 minute and 40 seconds got us a pie that we were happy with. Now, I remember my first pizza oven being a learning curve that I wasn't properly prepared for. Not only was I cooking with a device I hadn't used, but I was also learning how to make dough and use a pizza peel and launch pizzas, turn pizzas, and much, much more. So for this roundup, I invited a group of friends over and 2 novice pizza makers to put each oven to the test. To keep things consistent, I stretched and topped each pizza for the guys at the prep station, but it was up to them to get the pizza on the peel, launch the pizza in the oven, and manage the cook until it was ready to put on the cutting board to serve. Meet Macaulay and Alex, who cooked 1 pizza in all 7 pizza ovens in our testing group. Here's what they had to say about their experience with each unit. The Alpha was easy to use since the flame was just coming from the one side. It's easier to focus on one edge of the crust during a cook. The 12-inch peel fits in this oven really well, but the 14-inch was a little bit difficult without much margin on either side to work with. It was a little tight to rotate the pizza as a novice, but great browning on the crust, bottom, and sides. Now for them, the Blackstone launch was simple since there's lots of room, and the rotating stone made it easy without any need for rotating the pizza themselves. It heated up the fastest of the bunch, and the stone can get too hot if left for too long between pizzas while on high. The Camp Chef Italia took longer to cook the pizza since there's no direct flame. Now they cooked the pizza with the door closed to help retain the heat, and when the door was left off for the second cook, the bottom finished before the top did, so using the door was their key to success. It cooked a smaller pizza compared to most in the group, and a 10-inch pizza would probably be ideal in their opinion for the depth. The Crew 32 was their first only wood oven, and it was a bit narrow for launching, but the crust had fantastic leoparding for them. Their visibility was really good, and it felt more like what they expected cooking pizza to be outdoors. The live fire, rotating pizza away from the wood, and it was just a great experience for them. The Halo Versa 16 rotating pizza stone they really enjoyed working with. The Peel, on the other hand, while ingenious, was a bit difficult for them to work with. Now, the button to turn off the rotating stone was great to make launching easy, and then it's just watching the crust as it rotates to know when to take the pizza out. They really thought it was a great oven for beginners. The Karu 16 was their vote as the easiest to cook on out of the bunch. They thought that the slotted peel was really smooth and the easiest to work with. The crust and the bottom were both cooked perfectly in their opinion, and the turning peel was a real game changer for them. They felt like they didn't have the turning peel method perfected for the first time, but they think that in the next couple of cooks they could really get that down to where it would be something they could use every time. They thought that the Coda 16 was a large and spacious oven. That the L-shaped burner for them meant that the pizza cooked fast, but it was more difficult to control since the flame was cooking two sides at once. They preferred the fire coming from a single side instead of two sides in this testing group. Their final thoughts were best broken down by each of our guest cooks.
I enjoyed working with the Karu because the flame source was right over top, and then it did a really good job of charring the top, as well as cooking the crust of the pizza. And then I thought the Blackstone was really neat too because of how fast it got up to temperature, and the auto rotate feature made it even that much easier for the chef.
I think I preferred the ones that had a flame that was on one side. Both the crew and the camp chef were fairly easy to use. The Alpha was easy to use. I think the experience of actually getting to get in there and turn it is kind of it's cathartic. It's kind of fun. And then of course the Uni was very easy to use as well.
So when you're buying a pizza oven, I want to point out that they're not just for pizza. If you have a cast iron pan like this 8-inch Lodge that we have here, you can cook all kinds of things. Now, our favorite thing to use a pizza oven for when we're not cooking pizza is weeknight steaks. On a weeknight, we're short on time, and we can just fire up an oven, drop the cast iron pan in to heat up, and we're searing steak in about 15 minutes. Now, we cooked a sirloin on each pizza oven, and they all handled it with ease. The best sear and overall cook came from the Uni Karu 16 and the Alpha Moderno. We were getting sear on the top and bottom of the steak from each of these units, and we pulled the steak at 115 degrees internal to let it carry over cook to the 125 degree rare that our family enjoys. Now, it's not just steak, but just know that there's so many options when you introduce cast iron cooking in 1000 degree heating environments. Now, cleaning out a pizza oven can be difficult, especially when you're new to using a pizza oven. The failed pizza launches with toppings all over the stone can be difficult to clean, but some are easier than others. The Halo Versa 16 has a clamshell lid that opens all the way up for the easiest cleaning of the bunch. The stone comes out for cleaning, and the drip tray below is easy to take out, so cleaning is a cinch. The Blackstone has an optional brush that you can use to scrape the stone down and brush off the remnants, but cleaning inside the oven is a bit hard without using something like the WPPO portable vacuum cleaner. Now, the Uni Coda cleans out easy with the optional Uni brush that has a scraper tool and a wired brush built in. I was able to scrape things down and brush the debris out the front onto a plate easily, but I did fill the gap between the stone and the oven while doing it. I used the Uni cleaning brush to work on the Camp Chef Italia, and it worked great cleaning off the stone. Instead of sweeping things out the front of the oven and risking scratching the stainless shelf, I just brought in the WPPO rechargeable vac to clean things up. The Uni Karu 16 cleans much easier with the optional cleaning brush, and you'll find it much easier to clean the gas setup than the wood version. Now, depending on what kind of wood you're using, you can get a dark coating on the door that can be cleaned off with an old rag when it's cool. Wood leaves ash, so it's just more work to clean the wood-burning version of the Karu 16. The Alpha Moderno portable oven doesn't leave much to clean when you're done cooking for the night. I have the Alpha oven brush that goes with the 4 Pizzet that we have here at the lab, and it's simple to brush things right out the front door. The most fun oven to clean, though, has to be the Crew 32. It's a wood-burning oven, and you can grab a brush like this one that I'll leave in the description below, along with a dustpan, and those work great to clean things up in a tidy manner. Now, if you're like me, though, and you believe that power tools should be used just as often as possible, lift the lid off the Crew 32, grab your leaf blower, and let the ash fertilize your lawn at the flick of a button. I have to admit, I had way too much fun filming that. Since these ovens all call themselves portable in some manner, let's discuss the practicality of moving these ovens from the back patio to the car. The Coda 16 can be lifted by one person and carried pretty easily. It's 23 inches wide by 25 inches deep by about 14.5 inches high with the legs folded for transport. It weighs just 40 pounds. The Unikaru 16 weighs 62 pounds and is 33 inches long by 32 inches tall and 20 inches wide. The Karu 16 can be carried by two people, and it's even easier with the optional carry bag. But for one person, prepare to call your chiropractor if you're going to be moving it much. The Halo Versa 16 weighs 43 pounds, so just a few pounds heavier than the Coda 16, with dimensions of 24 by 21.5 by 14. The Versa can be carried by one person, so I would call this a portable pizza oven. The Camp Chef Italia weighs in at 45 pounds and measures 15 by 26 by 16. This is an oven that can be carried by one person, but it's the stone inside that worries me when I'm carrying it around. The stone sits on a metal shelf, so carrying it horizontal and flat is a must, which is easier to accomplish with two people. The Crew 32 weighs 56 pounds, but has the added advantage that the dome comes off the top with the two built-in handles. The two pieces can be carried separately, which makes it easier to move than most others in the testing group. The Blackstone pizza oven is screwed into the cart as we built it out of the box, but you can unscrew it and put on the 4 provided plastic feet to take it with you. Now we see this as more of a cart unit, but there is the option to take it with you if you don't mind a bit of work. The Alpha Moderno Portable is the first portable oven from the Alpha brand that I'm aware of. It weighs in at 77 pounds and is a 2-person lift. There's an optional carrying bag that makes it easier to move around with 2 people, but it's by no means something that you just grab and go without a little help. We haven't tested the carrying bag on this, but getting it to the car without any help isn't something I'd recommend. Warranty is something to consider when buying an outdoor cooking appliance, and here's a chart of the warranties that you get with each model in our testing group. The Halo Versa 16, Unikaru 16, and the Unikoda 16 lead the pack with a 5-year warranty on each unit. Now we've tested a ton of things for each of these pizza ovens, but who is each one really the best for? Here are my thoughts on each. The Camp Chef Italia Artisan Oven is best for people who don't want to manage an active flame kissing their pizza. It's a radiant heat style of oven where the stone gets direct heat and the ambient heat cooks the pizza, which means it takes longer to cook a pizza in this oven. For some people, that's easy, and this fits the bill. The downside is that you can't really make a pizza larger than 13 inches max, but if you make 2 10-inch pizzas, you can fit 2 of them side by side. The Camp Chef Italia is also the budget-friendly option by being the least expensive in our testing group. The Halo Versa 16 is best for people who want all of the technology and gadgetry that they can get in their pizza oven. From the rotating stone to the clamshell design for easy cleaning to the fact that you can operate the Versa on battery power and 1-pound propane canisters when you're on the go. It's a pizza oven for the gadget lovers for sure, but it's a darn good pizza oven for everyone and seems like a steal for the price. The Unikaru 16 is easily the most flexible oven in our testing group. The ability to go from wood-fired to gas burner is like cooking with 2 different ovens. The ease of gas and the fun of making wood fires really sets this one apart. Now there's room inside to work with the turning peel, and with the slotted metal peel, it's the easiest to launch pizza into of the bunch. Now, if you're not confident with your pizza launching skills, the slotted peel and the Karu 16 are going to be a great fit for you. The Blackstone pizza oven has a burner like a rocket engine, and it heats up incredibly fast. If you don't want to wait around for your pizza oven to heat up and you like hands-free pizza making without having to worry about rotating pizzas in the oven, the Blackstone is a really good fit for you. A pizza peel comes with the oven in the box, but I'd love to see a slotted peel that lets the semolina or bench flour fall off before the pizza's launched. Something like the Uni 14-inch perforated peel would be a lovely match. The Crew 32 is simply a fun pizza oven. Building the fire with wood, tending the fire as the stone heats up, moving the fire to the back of the oven, It all adds to the pizza making experience. This oven is perfect for those who want to relax and enjoy the experience. You can heat it up quickly with lots of wood or a propane torch like the grill gun, but this is an oven that brings the art of fire making and fire management to the cook, adding another layer to the experience. The Crew 32 is the most height-friendly oven in this group, so it's the best for people who want to make sourdough bowl breads, soups, stews, and more using cast iron cookware. The Untitled 16 is a great oven for people who really want to take their pizza oven on the go. It's a one-person lift and carry, and the foldable legs make it easy to pack and unpack even without a carry bag. One thing to consider would be that the gas burner causes the oven to lay at an angle without the legs down. The L-shaped burner means that you really only need to turn the pizza once during a cook if you want. Now, it's more to keep an eye on during the cook, but it's less active cooking if that's what you're into. The Alpha Moderno portable oven is the ultimate in portable ovens with a price tag to match. Of all the pizzas I made over the past 4 weeks, I was the happiest with the pizzas that I made in the Moderno portable. The thicker bricks hold the heat in once they get hot, and the fire arching over the top of the pizza help the oven cook evenly. There's also something about the look of the Moderno that tells you that the owner is serious about their pizza. So, which pizza oven is right for you? Well, that's for you and your budget to decide. Let us know in the comments below which one is a good fit for you and which of the tests meant the most to you in your pizza oven search. Melissa and I have put links in the description below for each of the ovens in this testing group, as well as the accessories that we used in the video. If you're looking for a pizza peel to launch or turn pizzas, we've got the links down there to help you find what you need. There's even more information available on our website at thebarbecuelab.com/best pizza oven, where you can find in-depth analysis and links to all of the products found in this video. Now, if you're shopping for that barbecue fan in your life, we even have a shop page on our website that's designed to help you find the best products in outdoor cooking. Just go to thebarbecuelab.com/shop and we have you covered from the best grill cleaner and heat-resistant gloves to the best chef's knife and thermometers. Throw a bookmark on that page and you'll never have to wonder where you can find the best in outdoor cooking gear. If you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. We really appreciate it, and if you're into all things outdoor cooking, you found your people. So give that subscribe button a press so you don't miss out on the best in all things outdoors. We share behind the scenes on Instagram, Facebook, and other social channels, so if you want to see what happens when the camera's not rolling, join us over there. You never know what we're going to be up to. I'm David Gafford from the Barbecue Lab, and I want to say thank you for joining us. Invite people over, try new recipes and techniques, and create those shared experiences that make life rich. I'll see you next time.